We were talking about social media earlier and its benefits and the bad things about social media. Does social media affect you? What does your time spend look like on it? For example, Colby did the Nelk Boys, the Full Send podcast. Did you see it?
No.
How'd you feel about it? Do you see the comments? Does 50-44 bother you? Like
50-44?
What was the score in the last fight?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, does that...
Oh, definitely. Whether it was him or against anybody, it fucking bothers the fuck out of me, you know? I don't really do too much social media, man, for a while now. Reason being, you get lost in the sauce in there quick, man. There's too many little mamas and shit out there, bro. And then,
That's what he said.
That's what he's talking about it.
You know, I probably shouldn't snitch on myself, but yeah, that's like number one, right? And I'm trying to be an athlete, you know? So that's number one right there. Number two, I don't know. I do the social media enough, even when I don't want to, because I got to get paid, right? I got these sponsors. I got to post them up. Anyway, so I try to like limit my time there, you know? Maybe spend it in places that'll be a little bit better for me. I got a team and I pay them a shitload. I pay these motherfuckers so much money to handle all that shit. I don't even want to hear about it, bro. Unless there's like a unicorn in my DMs that
Yeah.
You know, there's just something there that I've like, you know what? Okay, I'll come back to Instagram for like a week or two.
So do they let you know? Like, does the team like, yo, there's this chick from Sao Paulo, Brazil. You gotta see this shit.
My close guys that are in there, there's like a Richter scale, you know, and depending how bad the earthquake is, I get, you know, notified.
Do they talk to them for you, and then when the shit's already spiced up, they're like, "Yo, take it from here."
It could be like that. It could be like hey, you want me to take over for this because you're busy doing things? I'll be like, yeah, just, you know, keep it.
You ever get some like reckless shit? Like, no.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
You should see his, dude.
Yeah.
Well, because he's branded himself as like the sex fiend in a way. Like he has that leg. You know, bro. He's dating a porn star, did drugs. You know, he's got that
The
vibe.
biggest porn star, by the way, not like just a porn. Like
Who?
Our name's LANA RHOADES.
Oh yeah. Everybody knows LANA RHOADES.
that's a fucking unicorn. Yeah, you come back to that one. That's great.
Yeah. So I see some crazy shit, but I can only imagine that the shit you get is fucking probably wild too.
Well, you're in like a different market now because you're a lot of those eyeballs now on you, so that's a different, you know.
It's
got
weird.
A couple friends that work in the industry, and those parties are a little different, man.
Strange, bro.
Those
Strange.
parties, yeah, strange to say the least.
It was a fun community to like be like that. That was a real relationship, but before that, it was a fun community to kind of play around in for a while. We definitely had fun and
different community
for sure. It's a wild place.
It's a wild west over there.
Yo, if you would you say at the end of the day, if you had to give a one-word answer, social media is good or bad?
One word answer?
Yeah,
I would say depends.
Okay.
Wow, bro.
He just said fuck your
Dude,
fuck
he
your
did reverse
rules.
Uno on you, dog. Whoa, let's go, bro. Depends. I'm gonna think about that later. I'm like, motherfucker.
What did he mean?
He's right.
He checked you too. He's like, one word. Depends.
All right, I'll say something. If like us, we're all doing good here, right? But there's a lot of people that just can't figure it out in a way that they're not doing so good in life. They fucking click on the phone and they see me at some steakhouse and maybe that day I got lucky and I have a hot date and they're thinking that's how life is supposed to be. Look at me, I'm a fucking, what the fuck am I doing? Maybe it motivates them or maybe it puts them in a deeper depression. So I really say depends because a lot of people can't handle it, man.
You were talking about that.
Not yours.
It's not mine.
Not
No.
yours.
For that and that alone, it's not mine. And I never see somebody and like, oh fuck, that could be me on the jet or any of these things. But there's a lot of people that does happen to, unfortunately.
I think it's a greater audience that goes the opposite way because you can tell by the output from those accounts. How many people would you say DM you, yo, fuck you, you fell off, you ain't a fucking real fighter anymore, you ain't game bred, like all that kind of shit versus how many people say, yo, you're one of the best ever. I just want to say I respect your work ethic and what you do and what you post online makes me want to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that balance look like?
Yeah, there's definitely a good amount of both.
Oh,
More of the good, but there's definitely a good amount.
You have more of the on the good side of the motivation, like.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but he's a fighter.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That's true.
Yeah, but also like
at least on a bad day it'll be like 70% good, 30% bad.
Also,
must
who gives
be
a fuck? respectfully, who gives a fuck
Yeah.
what they're saying about you?
No. I'm not
exactly.
saying that anyone should give a fuck. I'm just saying it's slightly indicative of what they're getting out of the social media experience. That's it. I'm not saying anyone should listen to either way.
I think social media is like a hammer. You could either build a beautiful house with it, or you could just fucking murder
Yeah.
somebody with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Fuck yeah. That's a perfect way to
It
put
could be
it.
a murder weapon, or it could be like, wow, look what you just did. It's so
Fuck
beautiful.
yeah. Yeah.
Me and you see eye to eye, man.
Sure.
Did you say when someone's looking at your social media, they see you eating at a steakhouse or beating at a steakhouse?
Eating. With an E.
Okay.